Aye, boom. So if you've been living under a rock, Central C finally released this video for Doja and is now the first UK artist to have a video by Cole Bennett on Lyrical Lemonade, and it's going so ridiculously viral. So of course today we're going to try and make a beat in the same style as Doja. Even though those beats are pretty simple, I'm going to show you the process of exactly how to make them type of beats. But before we get into it, if you could please drop a like on this video, it tells YouTube that other producers should be watching this content. And if you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button for new content every Tuesday and Friday. Also, this FLP will be uploaded over on my Patreon, link at the top of the description. Alright, so Doja was made using a sample from the early 2000s. So if you're trying to make these type beats, go find a sample from the early 2000s. How do I find these samples, you may ask? Or literally go on Spotify and type in like a certain year and look for the hit songs from that year, or literally go ask your friends what are some old classic R&B samples and all of that. Ask anyone. But the sample we are using today is I Know What You Want by Busta Rhymes, and I can't wait for someone to use this exact same sample and probably get a placement with it, because that's exactly what happens in every single one of these videos. But you might be thinking, how are we gonna sample this? Because on the actual song there's vocals, there's drums, there's bare other elements on it. There's nowhere that the melody is just safe on its own. Well, that's where we're using the website called moises.ai, and that's gonna separate the entire beat into the melody, the vocals, the drums, other elements, and we're just gonna take what we want. Alright, so the beat is in 86 BPM and we want it in 140, so we're gonna come fit the tempo, and we want double time of 86 BPM because the original is 86, so double time of 86 is 172. You want to type in here and type in BPM 172, and boom, it's all the correct tempo. That's our melody.
Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you.
And we got the vocals as well. But we're gonna work on the main melody at the very start, because as you can hear, there's like a really high-pitched kind of bell kind of noise. I'm not really liking it. So with the help of 4 EQs, literally all looking like this, we have ducked out that high noise. The melody goes on like this. I really hope I don't get copyright striked on this. As for the vocals, we kind of want to make the vocals more like background vocals and less like main vocals. To do so, here's the mixer train that I normally use. Using stereo enhancer, got an EQ cutting highs and lows. We're also adding some reverb, and then another EQ cutting highs and lows. And now it sounds like this. And I feel like I'm going to kind of arrange the vocals as somewhat like this. And on this part, we've just brought in an extra bit of delay. We've just automated it. So this part of the high-pitched vocals, it goes like... Okay, and to be honest, that's probably about it in terms of actually messing with the sample. You kind of just want to add this simple drum pattern. Also, sound selection is pretty important for this. Like these type of beats, they use very industry sounding sound selection. So we're going to stick to something very similar to Doja as well. If you're looking for drum kits, you already know, check the description for all my UK drill drum kits, the best drum kits in the game. So first thing you want to do, you literally want to put in the most basic hi-hat pattern in the entire drill scene like this. And you literally just want to copy and paste for 8 bars. Now, it does get a little bit boring, so we're going to add a couple of extra little steps. Just like that, nothing crazy. Again, very, very simple. Next, you want to take a very industry sounding snare. So we are using the Quef snare from the Empire drum kit. Simple snare pattern. And we're just copying and pasting it over. Instead of doing the 808 first, we're actually going to put down the kick first, because I feel like this is going to help me get like more of a bounce for the 808. For the 808, we are using the Industry 808. Again, this is from actually my certified drum kit. This is from an old drum kit. It works its purpose for this kind of beat. Now for the arrangement, we're going to structure it similar enough to Doja. Just basically taking in and out the kick of the 808s and putting like a little bit of a break in some parts of the drums. Alright, so we have it structured as follow. We've literally got the intro. Then we've got the hook here. Our hook is literally only an 8-bar hook. A 16-bar verse, then a bridge for an 8, and then it's just repeated. And now to actually put this to the test, we're actually just taking the Doja a cappella from Central C and we're just playing it with the beat.
How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay. Hitman in a top try, see a man topless, even a stick is gay. Hugging my brothers and say that I love them, but I don't swing that way. The man them celebrate Eid, the trap still running on Christmas Day. Somebody tell Doja Cat that I'm trying to indulge in that. In my grey tracksuit, see the bulge in that. See the motion clap when you're throwing it back. These females planning on doing me wrong, so I'm grabbing a dom at the Trojan pack. Post the location after vacation. Let them know where I don't know about you, but I value my life. Cause imagine I die and I ain't made 100 M's yet. There's so much things I ain't done yet. Like fucking a flight attendant. I don't party, but I heard Cardi there, so fuck it, I might attend it. Gotta kick back sometimes and wonder how life would have been if I never did take them risks and would have I prospered. Floating and I won't go under. Been out of town for a month. Absence made the love grow fonder. UK rapper, UK drill, gotta mention my name if you talk about the genre. Alright. How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay.
Again, these beats are not difficult to make, but like I said, this thing going viral, you could probably lash maybe 15 of these beats out a day. This took me maybe 10-15 minutes to make. Listen, if you made it this far in the video, I would appreciate a like, a comment, subscribe, all that shit, man. Again, the FLP for this will be in the description, so if you do want to use this sample yourself, go to my Patreon. If you want to take the acapella, go to my Patreon. If you need these sounds, go to my Patreon. Run me up on Instagram and Twitch, because they're the only two things I care about. I'm out. Good luck, see you later. Bow.